Hello, welcome to Nerd Chapel. My name is Eric, although I am dressed as Aragorn. Yes, I have the Light of Valendia with me today. We will be talking a bit about Return of the King. We've been reading entries from 42 Discovering Faith Through Fandom. I actually did an adaptation of this entry to hand out at conventions right here. And this art, but I give these away for free. This art was made by Amanda Webb, who also works on The Ascendants. You can check more of her and her husband's work out at legendsofakira.com. So make sure you do that. All right. Return of the King of Kings. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Look, God's dwelling place is now among the people, and he will dwell with them." Revelation 21:3. In Return of the King, the third installment of Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien, we walk along with a man named Aragorn. He comes from a line of kings and mighty men called the Númenóreans. They live far longer than other humans and are gifted with great wisdom and physique. He chose to walk away from a kinghood and spent years in the wilderness, fighting evil creatures, learning medicine, and building relationships with the various cultures around Middle-earth. Then, as the War of the Ring rages, he prepares to return. He comes as a healer and as a leader. He does not need to conquer, as he is the rightful king. And he comes as an added state, with healing in his hands. One day long ago, the first man made a choice that put himself over God, and we lost a great kingdom because of selfishness. Adam and Eve disobeyed and lost our connection with our Creator. But Jesus sought us out, becoming a second Adam to bring redemption to us, and is currently at the right hand of God interceding for us. He is coming back someday to restore all of creation. We look forward to the final defeat of death and disease, the final destruction of sin, the return of Christ. Often we try to disguise this longing with stories of utopias, or we doubt it because of stories about benevolent aliens that turn out to be planning to conquer us, so maybe not so benevolent. Ultimately, the defeat of evil, sin, and death will come from Christ, not from us or any other society. We know many things that will lead up to this. The rapture, or the physical gathering of the followers of Jesus, the 7-year tribulation and the reign of the Antichrist, wars and rumors of wars, judgments upon mankind. We do not know the exact timing of all of these in relation to each other, but all these events point to one widely accepted event: Christ returning to establish his kingdom. Remember the joy at the end of Return of the King? How Aragorn marries Arwen. As the kingdom of men is reuniting, you have this wedding attended by elves, dwarves, hobbits, and at least one wizard. They all come together to see the real king take back his throne after years of a fractured mankind. Right now we have disunity. Even just in Christendom, we have Catholics, Wesleyans, Presbyterians, Methodists, Baptists, Charismatic fellowships, Russian Orthodoxy, Greek Orthodoxy, and many other groups that all argue over many different issues. We argue over free will and predestination. We argue over what kind of music we should use in our services and over how we should baptize people. And all of these are just a taste of the disagreements we have. Someday, we will all gather around the throne of God to worship him. All our languages and denominations and ethnicities, every individual from all history who has committed themselves to the Lordship of Jesus Christ. We who have accepted his forgiveness will be there to take on new roles. We will build a new society that will be focused on Christ as our head. Styles of music won't matter. Our assumptions about the timing of events in the last days won't matter. Only our God's love for us and our love for him will be the focus. As Revelation 21:3-4 says, "Now the dwelling of God is with men, and he will live with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away." I hope you will be joining us, that you have chosen Christ instead of trying to defeat sin on your own. Would you like a description of our Creator? I saw heaven standing open, and there before me was a white horse, whose rider is called Faithful and True. With justice he judges and makes war. His eyes are like blazing fire, and on his head are many crowns. Revelation 19, verses 11 through 12. So yeah, this is something I hand out at conventions. It's a way to give people a sample of my writing and maybe plant some seeds and help people to think about that. For the quest of the day, I'll go to the original book because I didn't have space to put that in the handout. Quest of the day. Read Mark 13 and Revelation 19. Okay, so that's 2 chapters from the Bible, Mark 13, Revelation 19. Would you find these end time events scary or exciting? Journal about this. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. In about a week, I will be at Tulip City Comic and Toy Show in Holland, Michigan. I'm going to be on a panel there about Christians involved in comics and pop culture, along with Joe Lalonde from Real Leadership. Wonderful book, great blog about leadership lessons from movies. And also Daniel Hancock, who works on a really cool comic book project called Dominion. So make sure if you go to the con to come to our panel, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Check out my socials at NerdChap on Facebook and Instagram, and hey, look into my Patreon. If you like what I do, send some support my way if you're able to. Have a great day.